So according to this concept, all the transactions that are recorded in all the transactions that are of monetary nature can be recorded in the books of account. That is, all the transactions that cannot be expressed in terms of money will not be recorded in the books of account. Like if we say that the sale of furniture took place, then it will not be recorded. The received an order of sale of furniture, it will not be recorded until we have transferred the ownership and we have also mentioned how much we have sold the furniture.
One more line you can add, that in money measurement concept, quantitative terms means transactions of quantitative type are recorded, not qualitative type. Qualitative is ignored, quantitative is taken into account. Okay, nice, very
Okay,
good.
sir.
Puneet, going concern concept. Going concern concept. Puneet, going
So going
concern.
concern concept, as this concept, it is assumed that the business will continue to exit from the long period in the future. The transaction are recorded in the books of business on the assumption that the business will continue as a long period of time. It will not end in between. It
Rest, to support your answer, you can give different examples. That is different thing, but the exact thing is this much. Shitesh, turn the camera on, and Sagar, keep your cameras on. Business entity concept, Priyadarshini.
Sir, according to this concept, business and the owner is treated as a separate. Business is treated as a separate unit from its owner, proprietor, except owner or proprietor, and that is why for business we prepare separate books of accounts, separate books in which we write the transactions, and uh,
Good. Sagar, dual aspect concept. Sagar, dual aspect concept. Unmute yourself. Sagar, dual aspect concept. Supreet, dual aspect concept. Yes, please.
So, according to this transaction, every business is treated. Every business transaction is recorded as a dual expert.
What is that aspect?
Sir, in this expert, the business is treated as a dual aspect.
Yes, it affects two account. Every transaction.
Debted and credited.
Yes, two accounts. They affect at least.
Debted and credited.
Yes, one account is debited and the other account is credited.
Credited.
Yes, very good. Any other you would like to get explained? Anybody? In chapter number 4, it is process and basis of accounting, very important, though there are only two topics, process and basis of accounting. Monday you have your business studies periodic test. Yes.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, what
Yes.
is the meaning? Sir, what is the meaning of revenue recognition concept?
Okay. Revenue recognition concept. Revenue, you know, is inflow of income. Inflow of income. Revenue means the amount of money or amount as a benefit which is added to the capital. Whatever is revenue, whatever is earned, whatever is income or profit for the firm, accounting equation में आपने देखा था, it is added to the capital. Whatever are expenses, they are deducted. Expenses or losses are deducted from the capital. So revenue, when it is earned, how it is earned, how revenue is earned by the firm? By sale of goods or providing services. By sale of goods or by rendering of services. When sale of goods is done and services are rendered, revenue is earned. When that revenue is earned, that revenue recognition concept determines the time or particular period in which the revenue is realized. Revenue is realized means whenever that sale is done or services are rendered, we will, and the ownership is transferred, we will assume revenue to be realized. We will assume revenue to be realized at that particular time only. We will record the transaction in our books at that particular time, and it is immaterial whether the cash is received or not. It is on the basis of accrual basis. Revenue recognition concept supports accrual basis, follows accrual basis, which says even if the cash is received or not, or payment is made or not, transaction need to be recorded. It need to be realized. Revenue is realized as and when the transaction takes place. That is called revenue recognition. Recognition का मतलब है realization. At what time you will assume revenue amount of money to be realized. So it will be realized not at the time of money received, payment received or payment made, payment received here, but at the time when actual sale is done or services are rendered. Is it clear? Okay, good. Next, in the fourth chapter, there are two: cash basis and accrual basis of accounting. Process of accounting is very simple. I think you all must have done it. Asminder, turn the camera on. Asminder. The process of accounting is simple. Process of accounting is simple. That is to say, from the beginning, from the first chapter, we have studied about it in detail. Now they have summarized it. Process of accounting starts with identification of transaction, identification of business transaction. Right? Business transaction it should be, and business transaction की दो feature होनी चाहिए. Number one, it should be related to business and it should be capable of affecting asset, liability and capital. It should be able to make changes in asset, liability and capital. Also, it should be in monetary terms. It should be capable of being measured in monetary terms. सो मॉनेटरी टर्म्स में जिसको आप वो कर सकते हैं मेजर, और जो बिजनेस ट्रांजैक्शन किससे रिलेटेड होनी चाहिए? योर बिजनेस एक्टिविटीज प्रॉपर, दैट इज नोन एज बिजनेस ट्रांजैक्शन. सो First is identification of business transaction. When a transaction is identified as a business transaction, then we can proceed further. If it is not a business transaction, then we cannot take it in the process of accounting. Once it is identified, the next step is to prepare source documents, to prepare voucher on the basis of source documents. When the vouchers are prepared, they are prepared on the basis of source documents. All the source document which were prepared at the time of the transactions are taken into account, and we prepare different vouchers. We have studied about vouchers in the later chapters, where you studied about debit voucher, credit voucher, no, transfer vouchers, cash voucher, all those vouchers we have studied about. After the vouchers are prepared, then we move further to the first book of entry, which is known as journal, book of original entry. Then the entries are transferred into books of original entry journal. In journal, we record all the transactions in chronological order, in a chronological sequential order, and all the transactions are recorded date wise, and we record each and every transaction, whether it is related to cash, purchase, sales, purchase return, sales return, banking transactions, transactions related to goods. Every transaction is recorded in the books of account. Cash discount, trade discount, whatever we have studied, you have seen, all the transactions find a place in the book of journal. After that, we post them to ledger, posting to ledger. This is the next chapter. After all the books are prepared, how to transfer the journal entries from the transactions from the journal to different books. It is known as ledger posting. Every transaction of similar nature will find a place in a सिमिलर अकाउंट. सारी कैश की ट्रांजैक्शंस कैश बुक में आ जाएंगी, सारी रमेश की ट्रांजैक्शंस रमेश की बुक में आ जाएंगी. All furniture related transactions will come to furniture. So all accounts will be prepared, different accounts will be prepared. Then last we will prepare financial statements. Last we will prepare financial statements, which are trial balance, profit and loss account, and balance sheet. After that, at last, trial balance and financial statements will be prepared. These are the 5 steps from the beginning, identification से लेकर लास्ट फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट तक बनाने के. ये सारे के सारे आपके प्रोसेस ऑफ अकाउंटिंग में आएंगे. एनीथिंग टू आस्क फ्रॉम दिस? Next is difference between cash basis and accrual basis of accounting. You should know about cash basis and accrual basis of accounting in detail. So difference में आपको मिलेंगे. Cash basis पे you know when cash is received and payment is made, transactions are recorded, goods are sold and purchased on cash only, not on credit. This basis is not recommended. This basis does not get recognition, legal position. It is not recognized under the Companies Act 2013. Cash basis is not recognized because it is not possible for any business to have only cash basis of accounting. Accrual basis is must. And why accrual basis is must? Accrual basis is must because it only depicts the actual position of the business. Actual financial position of the business can only be ascertained by following accrual basis of accounting. We have to take into account all outstanding expenses, all accrued incomes, right? All income received in advance and all. We have to keep in account all these things. We cannot ignore all these payments which are due but not paid, all those incomes which are earned but not received. Though actual amount is not received, we cannot ignore them. Revenue recognition concept, matching concept, dual aspect, all these have to be followed strictly in order to arrive at particular, financial position of the business, exact profit or loss of the business. Very important it is. Timing of the recording of these transactions. Timing of recording. In cash basis, whenever payment will be made, it will be recorded. Whenever payment will be received, then only it will be recorded. Whereas in the accrual basis of accounting, all the incomes are recorded and all the expenses are recorded, whether cash is received or not, or whether payment is made or not. It makes no difference. We have to record the transaction as and when they occur. We have to assume the amount realized at the time of the occurrence of the event. अभी अभी जो explain किया था in the revenue recognition concept, revenue realization concept, जैसे ही कोई transaction होगी, we have to record its effect, whether cash is received or not, or whether payment is made or not. Then very important in this is legal position. Legal position is cash basis is not recognized, whereas accrual basis is recognized. Then there is net profit or loss. Yes, in accrual basis of accounting, net profit or loss can be ascertained. We can find out very easily. Whereas in a cash basis of accounting, it is not possible to find the exact profit or loss. Exact profit or loss cannot be ascertained in cash basis of accounting. Suitability, किसके लिए कौन सा suitable है? Cash basis of accounting is suitable for professionals only. For professionals only, those who provide their professional service like doctors, engineers, lawyers. वहां पर आप उधार नहीं कर पाएंगे. You have to pay them directly. They charge fees. Whosoever charge fees, that profession, in that particular profession, cash basis of accounting is suitable. They can follow cash basis of accounting. But other than that, in other businesses, accrual basis of accounting is followed, which also gives permission for credit transactions. Then the last one is hybrid or mixed basis of accounting. Hybrid or mixed basis of accounting means the accounting in which both cash basis as well as accrual basis is followed. Cash basis as well as accrual basis is followed. Both the bases are followed in mixed or hybrid type of accounting. Anything else you would like to ask? Anyone? In next period, we will have business studies. We will revise some topics of different chapters, some important topics. You have business studies test on Monday. Do you know, Priyanshu? Business studies test is on Monday. Priyanshu, unmute.
Yes, sir.
How will you give the Google form test? Do you know the procedure?
Yes, sir.
Please explain.
Sir, objective questions.
No, that is how you will give it. How the link will come, what you will do step by step, you have to tell me.
The first, the link will come, then we will click on the link and name, class, roll number, and email ID address.
Yeah, name, class, and section you will put. Okay, but at first you will have to put your email ID.
Yes, sir, email ID.
Email ID which is operating, which is in the phone which you are using. जो फोन आप यूज कर रहे हैं उस फोन में जो ईमेल आईडी आपने गूगल में डाली है अपनी, जिससे कि आपका गूगल चल रहा है, वही आईडी से आप करेंगे तब जाके आप एंटर होंगे, अदरवाइज इट विल नॉट ऑपरेट। आप आगे नहीं बढ़ेंगे। अब मुझे फोन ना करे कोई ये पूछने के लिए कि सर मेरा ये गूगल काम नहीं कर रहा है, और सर मेरा लिंक जो है ओपन नहीं हो रहा है, और सर जो है ये क्या कहते हैं सेकंड स्टेज में नहीं जा रहा है, इट इज नॉट टेकिंग माय ईमेल आईडी, दैट यू हैव टू सी इन एडवांस। अभी भी आपके पास टाइम है, सी इन एडवांस एंड सी दैट you know exactly what to do. email id is must. उसके बाद name और class you know by yourself, your name, your class and section that you can write there, और that is not क्या कहते हैं उसको आप जो भी लिखेंगे वो उसको एक्सेप्ट कर लेगा, बट ईमेल आईडी शुड बी प्रॉपर। अगर आप प्रॉपर नाम प्रॉपर वो सब नहीं लिखेंगे तो वो नंबर भी किसी और के चढ़ेंगे, किसी और का नंबर लिखेंगे तो आप किसी और का नाम लिखेंगे आप। So only one chance is given. One chance means the first 20 minutes. जैसे ही आपने उसे ओपन किया, ईमेल आईडी डाली, आपका टाइम स्टार्ट हो गया 20 minutes. Quickly you have to give. After submission, it will not take again anything from that ID. 20 मिनट के बाद यहां से हम रेस्पॉन्स रिसीव करना बंद कर देंगे। उसके बाद आप 1 सेकंड बाद भी अगर डालेंगे अपना आंसर तो वो एक्सेप्ट नहीं करेगा। तो यू हैव टू बी वेरी क्विक, यू हैव टू सी। जिस टाइम पे आपके पास लिंक आ गया बस उसी टाइम से 20 मिनट्स स्टार्ट हो गए। सो एवरीबडी शुड बी क्लियर। अगर आपके कोई फ्रेंड्स हैं जो अभी क्लास ज्वाइन नहीं करते, उनको नहीं पता, यू टेल देम, दो you should be knowing it because you have already done it so many times in your class 10th also, during Zoom classes and different tests and all of you must have done it. So be ready for it at your time whenever is your class. आपकी क्लास कितने बजे होती है? सुबह 8 बजे। लेकिन जो आपका टाइम है एग्जाम का वो आपको पता है कितना है? व्हाट इज द टाइम ऑफ योर test exam? Don't know. I will send you. Okay, I will send the timing. It is I will tell you revise everything properly, multiple choice and objective type, एंड आपका केस स्टडी, HOTS, और पीछे आपके कॉन्सेप्चुअल क्वेश्चन दिए चैप्टर के पीछे, रिवाइज देम प्रॉपरली। ईच एंड एवरीथिंग इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। थैंक यू, गॉड ब्लेस ऑल ऑफ यू।